joining us on the news from our Lagos studio is an AI startup founder and CEO build up AI, Chibuike Aguene. Glad to have you join us, Chibuike.
Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. So, how is AI really going to influence startups like yours or businesses across? And what will be the expected returns, like I just read a while ago?
Okay, thank you. I think this is a very important conversation because what is happening in the world, we're not just experiencing a tech shift like we've seen over the past decades. We're living through workforce revolution, the like of which we've never seen before, where intelligence is going to be hybrid, part human and part machine. Let me just give you a context when it talks about intelligence being hybrid. Everything that we see that exists today, like television, you talk about maybe aircraft, you talk about mobile phone, and even Arise News streaming online. It was done by human intelligence. Human intelligence, maybe with technology, but we are now transitioning into a superhuman employees era, where intelligence will be hybrid, part human, part machine. So if you rate, let's say, a few decades ago, or maybe past decades, you talk about on the scale of 1 to 10, we want to rate intelligence of people that built whatever that we are celebrating in the world. You can say maybe 8 or 7. But few years from now, because of intelligence being hybrid, you will see that that level of intelligence, no matter how smart they are, will now be below average. So the workforce of the future will be powered by young people that will augment their intelligence with AI. And that is just the report that you read actually confirms this, that all the top CEOs across the world, they are investing heavily in artificial intelligence, and most of them are seeing results. This is no longer a long-term bet. It is something that they are seeing result, going to see the return on investment within 1 to 3 years. It's an interesting time to be alive, but it also poses a challenge for us in Africa, where we have not even been able to equip young people to have developed human intelligence to meet up with what is happening in the world. And now we are talking about hybrid intelligence, where you have superhuman employees. Anybody that is going to be productive few years from now will have to be equipped to have AI as your co-workers. Also, on Arise News, maybe a few years from now, you'll be having AI as your co-worker. So we are supposed to start preparing. That is the direction that every business owner, that's the conversation they should be having now. How to integrate artificial intelligence, how to prepare your staff, retrain them. You are hiring new people. AI must be at the center of it. So from the report that you just read, one thing is clear. AI is no longer an experimental thing. It is now operational. And any business that said this AI thing doesn't concern us, they are not going to be in business for too long. So I'm excited. It's also a challenge, like I mentioned earlier, for us as a nation to start thinking of how do we prepare the next generation. Otherwise, we're going to have a generation, we're going to lose the next generation, not through something bad, but I'm talking about in terms of creativity, in terms of productivity. We are living in a superhuman era. Superhuman. Human intelligence is going to be augmented with AI. So if you are, maybe you have 30 years experience, and today you can be rated as maybe your intelligence level on a 1 to 10 is 7. In few years time, it will be 2. Let me just tell you something. Anybody that is maybe 5 years old or 3 years old today, they are going to laugh when they hear that we once operated with only human intelligence. Their generation is going to experience something completely different. They're going to live in an era where intelligence is hybrid. So the way we're living now would just be part of history. That humans once lived in an era where they operated with only their intelligence. So this is not something that we're going to just ignore. Nigerians should not be left behind. What is going. As you rightly read from the KPMG report, most of the CEOs, they are budgeting maybe 10 to 20% of their entire budget for the year is on AI. They know what they are doing. They are preparing, because that means that the entire organization structure as we know it today is going to change.
All right. Before I let
we're going to be talking about how do you track.
Two questions.
Okay.
One is the question you asked, which I will throw back to you to answer, that of how to prepare. I mean, when you talked about AI staying with me here or working with me and all that, one or two members of staff here, I mean, they laughed, thinking about what you said. But how do we prepare? How should Nigeria or the nation begin to prepare? Then secondly, most leaders now predicting results within 1 to 3 years, far sooner than the 3 to 5 projected in 2024. What changed?
Yes. Okay, thank you. What changed is that they have started seeing results. Those that started early to invest, the result is now showing. Because it's not the distant stuff. AI is not longer a distant concept. It's right here with us. Let me start with your first question. What is the way forward? We are going to reorganize or rethink entire workflows, every organization. Let me start with, there are 3 dimensions to this. One is in terms of education, how we're educating the people that will fill the workforce of tomorrow. Right now, I don't think there's any school that you will go and you will hear superhuman or you hear hybrid intelligence. But that's what the reality they are going to face. So invariably, we are preparing people for a world that no longer exists. That's on young people's side. So if they want to be ready, they are going to start learning how to collaborate with AI. No doubt about that. AI is going to be part of the co-worker. You can have one staff collaborating with about a dozen AI agents. That is the new reality. So for a business owner, imagine, for example, you have a customer support personnel and they work 9 to 5. There's a limit to what they can accomplish that within that time frame. But with if you augment the intelligence with artificial intelligence, they will be able to accomplish what would have taken maybe 5 months. We are entering an era of solving things that were termed impossible. So that on the organization side. So if you do not apply that, you are not going to be in business. So that means that for organization to work, you need talent that have AI as part of their skill set. That on that side. Then the other part which I think is very, very important is all stakeholders coming together. This is not something that will happen in silos. There has to be cooperation across board. Like for those of us in the technology space, we have a platform that is already equipping people, preparing them to become superhuman. The term superhuman will become common. Hybrid intelligence will become common in the next few months or years. Is something that all of us should start getting used to, because that's the reality of what is going to happen, and it's something we're excited about. So there will be industry collaboration. Yesterday I was at the Nigerian Medical Student Association Southeast region to deliver a speech on how a medical student can actually leverage on artificial intelligence, which is already happening all over the world. In Qatar, they are using VR simulated environment to combine with AI to train students, and they will practice surgery and emergency response even before experiencing that physical. You will see that the workers or the lecturers, their role has evolved. So that's the kind of reality that we're going to experience in every sector. Every sector. You can have a customer support personnel, and this person is now collaborating with AI that is a master in operation. The person doesn't understand operation, but you're working with an agent that understands operation. You're working with an agent that understands logistics. So you'll be able to accomplish more. This is not a science fiction. This is not a hype. This is our reality.
All right. We'll leave it there. Chibuike Aguene, AI startup founder and CEO.
Thank you.
Build Up AI. Thank you for your contributions on News Night on AI.